Seventh Origin match tonight. He breaks the record of David Manson. David refereed 10 of these matches during the 90s. Bill tonight breaks the record at 11. Time on. Origin 2 for Harvey Norman is underway in front of a full house at Suncorp. And it's Rodney Howe who brings it back to take the first tackle. And a three-man tackle it was too. Robbie Kearns, his Melbourne teammate, takes it out just inside the 20-metre line. Blues into the ground. And another Melburnian, Scott Hill, to the 30-metre line. Now Tuvey scampers away to link up with Kennedy on the right of the ground. Kennedy to play the ball back for Tuvey again to work on the short side. Delivers for Timmins out there on the right side centre for Timmins. He plays it back for Tuvey. They look for Kamali. Kamali spins it across the line. It's gone off the hands forward from Fittler. And Bill Harrigan will play the turnover, 40-metre line, Blues into the park, a chance for Queensland.
Well, I can't believe that the Blues would run the football the first set of 6 inside their own territory. In the wet, it's just not done. And a penalty here going against New South Wales, so an opportunity for Matt Rogers to put first points, and it comes from a New South Wales mistake. Poor play on the last tackle, it was never on.
Yeah, that was a chance they took, they really didn't have to. So early in the match, maybe in dry weather, certainly, but not wet weather like this so early in the match when players are still cool. And they'll pay the penalty. Matt Rogers, one of the best goal kickers in the game today. It's a relatively simple one for him.
And Robbie Kearns was penalised there for not marking up straight as marker.
Rogers there, 20 in, 30 out. Not wasting much time with it. Hits it, gets it away well, it's there. First points are there. 2-0 in favour of the Maroons. The Blues make a mistake. Queensland hurts them with 2 points.
Ray, I think Queensland have got to be prepared to grind a bit over these next couple of sets of 6 that they have. They haven't got to try for anything special in this 6, except not to turn over possession. They've got to get a good kicking chase game going, and then put pressure on the New South Wales attack.
Comments from Wally Lewis as Martin Lang takes the ball back towards the play the ball area, and that tackle was from his Cronulla teammate Jason Stevens. It was a beauty. Now Carroll is in the game for the Maroons, and just about lost that ball. Got it back in. Well done, Tony Carroll. Darren Lockyer, left-footed kick, low, down, perfectly weighted for Brasher. Comes away from his 10, and his tackle just inside 20. Jason Smith leading the defence with Lockyer, the kicker. McDougall, geez, you want to watch that knee. Julian O'Neill's in a bit of trouble. McDougall looked to intentionally lift the knee as he came to the defender. How?
And he's copped it right in the ribs. There's Julian O'Neill, and in all sorts of trouble as he comes back into the defensive line. Kamali straightens and through.
Kamali to the 20-metre line. Here's Adam Muir. Muir loses the ball.
Oh, yeah. Big tackle there from Matty Rogers has saved a try. But Kamali starting to put his stamp on this match. Here's the knee. Oh, that's very dangerous. I've got no doubt that'll be looked at the next few days.
But Paul, surely to goodness somebody would have been looking like we were at the incident as it happened.
And what a tackle here from Matt Rogers, because Adam Muir had 3 players on his left coming across in support. Rogers, that's a try saver.
I mean, in reality, it should have been a Queensland penalty back on the 20-metre line. The Blues entered the park. Off the very next play, the Blues nearly score a try. I can't believe a touch judge or a referee didn't see it. Rain starting to tumble down. Penalty to the Maroons as O'Neill coughs, tries to get the wind passages working again. He was the one on the end of the knee from McDougall.
Well, the funny thing is, I've never seen Adam McDougall do that before. It's quite uncharacteristic. Peter, you seen him do that?
Never. No, he only relies just on his bulk and his strength. But I think we will hear something more of it.
And here it is again. Coming out of it there before that, because here's the Queenslanders on the attack. Lang. 15 out from the Blues line. Webke. Ball lost behind him. Play on. Green it was, who's on the park. Lockyer now. Taken down by Rod Howe. Queensland. with a good chance. 12 away from the line. Lamb, Tallis. Oh, brush one away. It was Timmins. He got rid of Timmins easily. Played by Tallis. They're 15 from the line. Lamb. Now it is with O'Neill. Now he looks to be recovered. Stevens and Howe making that tackle jointly. Right in the centre of the ground. Paul Green. Now Adrian Lamb turns it back on the inside. Darren Lockyer puts it down. Tim Brasher got the ball for the Blues and is tackled by Paul Green. 10 away, 0 tackle. His own line. Furner. Tooby, as Andrew said, they had to give him a needle for a rib cartilage injury. He's back in the game. Rodney Howe, Jason Stevens. Stevens put down by the Queenslander Tony Carroll originally before Brad Thorne made an assist. And now Tooby, Jinx. 40-metre line. Own into the park. Muir over halfway. Pulled down by Bowman. Now Timmins stands before offloading. Takes a bit of... Well, there's Rodney Howe finding himself in the position of having to kick. He's done it before with a bit of good fortune. That kick went straight to Rogers. Brought up his 25th point in Origin football when he kicked that penalty goal at the second minute. 2-0 Queensland, but the Blues have had a couple of chances go to ground. Singh. Green. Now Martin Lang taken by Ben Kennedy initially, David Furner secondly, and Green again. Runs himself and puts Carroll back up the middle. Carroll is put down on the 4th tackle. 22 minutes of the game gone. Harvey Norman Origin series and State of Origin 2 from a packed Suncorp Stadium. An awful day in Brisbane, but it didn't dampen the spirits of the people that have come here to watch it. Ainscough plays it back in front of his own goal mouth. Kearns. Tuvey now for Muir. Muir shapes back on the inside. Of course, he's renowned for his offloads out of Muir. Maybe not the best of nights for him to operate the way he likes to.
No, he must be very selective tonight, Ray. Adam Muir can be a big plus with the right ball, but he's got to make sure there's no mistakes in his passing game as Kamali is wrapped up now on the last tackle. They don't want Howe kicking again. It'll go to Fittler.
So Fittler puts the big right foot to it. Lockyer carries it back. Carries the leather. Back up the park. Rogers is held on the 30-metre line. Chance to offload and opts against that. Not tackle. A chance to go again. Now he's put down just inside the 40-metre line. Now Green puts a dummy on Kearns. Kearns has to come from behind to pull him down. So Rogers waited a dummy half before giving it to Lamb, and Lamb away for Bowman. Bowman did well, had to lean forward to take it in. A ball that no doubt now is very greasy, very hard to handle. Oh gee, Rodney Howe, be careful. Bill Halligan saw it, pointed to the shoulder, but the Queenslanders are concerned for Martin Lang. Just a flying arm from Rodney Howe. Carroll. 5th tackle gone against the Maroons. Lamb tries to dummy away from Fittler, turns it back for Green on the bounce. Green puts a grubbing kick down towards Brasher, then leads the defence. He's the only one there. Here comes another one now. And the Blues coming out of that corner via McDougall. Queensland just dropped off that play there. He had little support, Paul Green. And it's allowed New South Wales to get out to the 20-metre line. And beyond it now with Kearns.
And the game at the moment, Ray, being played between the 20-metre lines. Both sides finding it hard to maintain pressure as New South Wales keep it alive. Here's a chance.
Yeah, Stevens operating up the middle, the big fella, but he's pulled down. 3 metres from the halfway line. Fittler from dummy half. Gets away from one tackler, gives it to Kamali. Kamali stands, looking around, looking for somebody to run, and Tuvey knocks on. Hello to you people watching through Sky Sports in England and down through Europe, New Zealand through Sky Sports. And to you people, the men and women of the 6th Battalion watching in Dili, we hope you're watching and enjoying Origin 2. Made possible by the 9 network here in Australia. At the 25th minute, it is 2-0 in favour of the Maroons, battling for survival in the series. Lost the first. Oh, O'Neill! Picked up and put away by Fiddler. Good tackle. Legitimate. Good tackle. Jason Smith's kick. Down for Brasher in the in goal. Now Darren Smith is down there. Matt Rogers arrives now. And Jason Smith came in late, eventually putting Tim Brasher away. McDougall then trying to break through. His winger, his opposite number, clings on. Now the other winger, Ainscough, taking some of the work away from the forwards.
And Tim Brasher a little bit dusty after bringing the ball back from his in-goal area.
He copped a knee from Jason Smith, Peter. I think it was accidental. I didn't dally on it. Now it's Timmins with a big run down the right side. Coming back, looking to link up in the centre.
What a super ball from Brett Camorley onto his chest. Put him into space. New South Wales, bit of momentum here, especially out wide a chance. Girdler, well taken there by Matt Rogers coming in off his wing.
Now a penalty will give New South Wales a chance to level. They're well within kicking distance.
Yeah, but the big question is, do they have the shot at goal or go for 6? Like still, I think New South Wales starting to just get a little bit on top. They've made more clean breaks, that's for sure.
You can see there Matt Rogers very disappointed with that decision. Will Harrigan saying that he played at the football and pushed it out. Ryan Girdler will look to even things up. That's a great ball from the number 7. Look at that, right onto Sean Timmins' chest.
And he looked up and just had fresh air in front of him. Paul Bowman couldn't get to him. Matty Singh came over. And Brett Camorley's the man. He has really picked up a gear like he did down in Sydney. He's starting to create some half breaks himself. And his passing game's really come good. Matt Rogers has produced some wonderful tackling in this match.
Well, I find that really hard to understand that penalty. I thought it was 1-on-1 when Rogers raked it out.
Well, it was.
It's a tough call against the home side.
Here's Girdler. Girdler's kick not coming around as he would have liked. Lockyer then counter-punching for Queensland. Matt Singh scurries away from dummy half. The Blues then on their bicycle, backpedaling. Now Harrigan gives a penalty to the Maroons. Matt Singh interfered with, trying to play the ball.
And that call came from the touch judge. Harrigan was looking elsewhere and the ball went loose. The touch here said, well, I don't think that there was any deliberate ploy there from Muir to knock the ball out. He was just going around to get into the marker position.
Well, that's one that has beaten the touch judge on the far side of the ground. I couldn't see that it got any assistance from Brad Fittler originally, and I couldn't see a hand on the ball. Price now, Hetherington, Adrian Lamb, Russell Bowden. Bowden takes a heavy tackle. Gee, there's been some corkers out there tonight. That was Brian Fletcher. Now Lamb switches from right to left. They go back to the short side. As wide as it may be. O'Neill, Lockyer, basketball, Tallis, Hetherington gets it inside the 30-metre line. Jeff Tuvey and Brian Fletcher pulling him down. Played back for Gordon Tallis and then away for Adrian Lamb, and then he cuts out Brad Thorne. He picks up Jason Smith and he swivels away from Robbie Kearns. He's got about 12 metres to go. Pulled down by Brasher and Jeff Tuvey. But Queensland are on the attack. Hetherington, Lamb puts a grubbing kick in. Lockyer! Oh, Brasher came across like an eagle.
That's why Tim Brasher is such a great player at Origin level. He's Mr. Perfect as far as getting in a position is concerned. Once again, a situation where Lockyer was streaming through for the football, but Brasher read it so well and got there first.
Tell you what the big play was, Paul, was the fact that he made the tackle on Jason Smith only moments earlier and had to cover a lot of extra ground that he wouldn't normally have had to if he hadn't been involved in that defence. A juggle from O'Neill, taken 30 out.
Great save by Brasher there. Good attack by Queensland. Lamb and Lockyer putting it together. Webke now. They go back for another smell of it. The New South Wales in goal. Hetherington for Lamb. Lamb back on the inside. Tallis is knocked off. Pressure valve comes off the Blues. Andrew Johns takes a heavy hit.
Yeah, he was offside there, Gordon Tallis, but again the referee was unsighted. Tim Brasher Been excellent tonight. Takes a dummy half run.
Sideline, Andrew.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know what you're feeling up there, but down here on the sideline, there's just a feel of this match that this is going to go right down to the last 5 minutes again. And if that is the case, perhaps goal kicking could be the difference. Ryan Girdler most unhappy with his kicking in game one, and already none from one tonight.
Scott Hill, Andrew Johns, and then Rodney Howe. Howe wide over on the McAuliffe side of the ground. Plays it on the 40-metre line, Queensland's end. Kamali. Brett puts a kick across. They're all onside the Blues. Roger stands his ground, takes it beautifully, then gets a ball away for Jason Smith, then to his brother Darren. Darren comes outside his own 30-metre line. Great exchange of rugby league. Thorpe. Webke. There it is, floated down. Put under the chest of Adrian Lamb. Lamb taken by Timmins and Kamali. Then Bowden gives the ball for Bowman. Bowman again taken by Timmins. Timmins is having a tremendous game. He really has been strong in both departments, as I said earlier. Then it comes from Julian O'Neill, away for Darren Smith. Darren gets out of one. Chance to unload. Does that. Matt Rogers hit with a bombardment of defence. Thorne. Jason Smith again. Now for Darren Lockyer. Steps, beats one, beats two, gets the pass back for Jason. Smith that is. He puts the ball high. There's a good chase from Queensland. They might get the ball back. Loose on the ground and a penalty to Queensland. Well, they will take the kick at goal, you would have to think.
Well, he's saying that the Queensland chasers were taken out by the Blues. I had a question mark as to whether they were onside for a start from the Jason Smith kick.
I think Wayne Pearce will have a bigger question mark as to why nobody tried to get underneath it and catch it on the full, and it was probably that man on screen before Sean Timmins and Jamie Ainscough who was in the best position to do so. The ball's coming down, he's looking at the Queensland players, had to attack the football. And there you can see Russell Bowden is the man handled by Sean Timmins.
Yes, that is the reason for the penalty. A man not in possession, tackled. And it is Russell Bowden who's coming into shot. There is the breach. Bowden not given a fair opportunity to contest the football, and so Rogers from the other side of the ground to where he kicked the only penalty of the game so far, the only points of the game. Here he is, 20 in, hits it. Oh, just it's there though. Yes, it may, as Andrew Voss said, come down to goal kicking. They've had 2 from 2, Queensland that is. New South Wales none from 1. Morley. This is the ball for the restart. Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake from Shane Webke. Welcome back to Suncorp. Queensland leading 4-0, but look at this. That was the restart 10 seconds ago, and the scrum is only just 4. So we are back live. A scrum win for New South Wales, 10 metres from the line. Fittler taken down by Darren Smith. Queensland knows they have to defend very strongly now. That is an unforgivable blemish. Knocking on from the restart. Now it is Robbie Kearns as they take tackle number 3. Andrew Johns, Kamali, Kennedy back, Howe. Across, Kamali on, Andrew Johns gets it away, and the defence from Queensland equal. Bowman the tackler on Furner, Johns for Kamali, puts in a little kick, well covered by Lockyer.
Well, gee, they're strange little kicks tonight from Brett Kamali. They had a couple up their sleeve, but wonderful defence, wasn't it, from Queensland? They kept coming up, forcing New South Wales to get some panic passing happening. And Bowman out there has been terrific in defence for the Queenslanders.
Hetherington. Webke he'll want a piece of it, I would imagine, very soon after his mistake. He'd like to get it out of his system. And, oh gee, another mistake by the Maroons. Well, happened. The Blues been given a couple of chances here inside 60 seconds.
Well, this is very similar to the penalty that was awarded to Queensland earlier. The New South Wales player just trying to get back into the marker position. This time it was Scott Hill. Tony Carroll has just lost that one cold. So they have had some chances, New South Wales. And really, as we come into the last 5 minutes, about time they took advantage.
It's good.
Take nothing away from the Queensland defence. That's what's denying them.
Darren Smith, the tackler. His defence on the right side for Queensland has been probably a replica of what Timmins has been doing over on the other side, the right side for New South Wales. Very similar games. As Furner comes back, showing it and then trying to run it. 12 metres out from the line for David Furner. Andrew Johns and then Brad Fittler round the corner pass, finding Brett Camorley, cuts out Scott Hill. Bounces for Ainscough. Ainscough puts a little kick in. Matt Singh is on top of it. Matt Singh taken by Ainscough, and it's been grounded in goal. Line dropper. The Blues will get another shot.
You know, the boys are kick happy out there wide for New South Wales. They're trailing 4-0. That wasn't a bad one though from Ainscough. He can rubber and chase. He's done it plenty of times for his beloved Dragons. On occasion they got the good result. Not a try, but the next best thing.
It was very lucky for Queensland there. Matty Singh, I'm sure, was attempting just to slide to the ground, get Ainscough over the top and take off to try and get back in the field of play. He had Lockyer in support. Fortunately, the ball over the line. This will tell Queensland's strength will really be tested. Around about 20 tackles now they've had on their own line. Fittler's involvement is going to be a real feature.
So the drop kick from Julian O'Neill in these conditions is a beautiful kick. Superb kick. Howe taken down by Price. 30-metre line. 3 minutes to the break. Stevens taken by Jason Smith and then Martin Lang diving on the top of the pile. For Andrew Johns to go away, and Hetherington takes him. It was given by Scott Hill. Back for Rodney Howe. Howe comes to Lang and Hetherington.
6 again, Ray. The pass from Johns was touched by the Queensland defence.
Johns again. Brian Fletcher running straight over the top of Stephen Price, who hangs on. Johns gets the ball away. Fittler's pass, and Scott Hill from Brasher now. And Ainscough, he realises there's no space down there. Andrew Johns taken by Darren Smith. He has been superb in defence. Stevens cut down by Hetherington and by Lang. Now it's the Maroons on the back foot. Camorley, out it goes for Scott Hill. The ball to ground. It's kicked away by Darren Lockyer, and the Blues are with the ball. But referee Harrigan is saying that it was propelled forward.
Well, the Queensland defence, how good is it? New South Wales looked like they were going to score about 5 times in this first half. Again here, a quick ball needed, and Hill gets smashed by Matty Singh, coming in off his wing. Ball goes forward.
Well, I don't know about the ball going forward there. I agree.
Well,
heroic defence from Queensland. Darren Smith has just been unbelievable tonight. Adrian Lamb came up with a try saver as well. But I still believe that ball was raked out by Matt Singh.
Yeah, I agree, Peter, and I'm not sure whether you agree on the point, but I think New South Wales are trying to score this try too quickly. They've had overlaps on a couple of rucks in a row there, and they're just not prepared to sit back and wait. They're trying to overrun the pass. Queensland, though, they'd be breathing a little bit easier. Just under 2 minutes to go in the half.
So the Maroons, with Lady Luck smiling on them. There is no way in the world that ball from Scott Hill was a knock on. Price. Adrian Lamb. Beyond the 30-metre line, his own into the ground.
I don't think I've ever seen a better defensive effort from 2 centres together than what we're seeing tonight from the Queensland pairing of Bowman and Darren Smith, especially under pressure. They've had to make some tough decisions tonight, and invariably it's been the right one. As O'Neill, it's a good kick away.
McDougall back with Brasher. McDougall picking it up. Spinning away from tackle after tackle, and then this trademark of Adam McDougall. This trademark running action. Almost a replica of Michael Hancock, as I've said before. Refusing to go down. Brasher plays it now. Brian Fletcher. Beautiful pass for Girdler. Girdler is cut down. 5 metres his own side of the halfway. Then from Kearns to Fittler. Fittler across it goes for Camorley. Tallis came up quickly, made the tackle with Price's help. Brasher then for Scott Hill. Scott Hill cuts out Adam Muir, finds Sean Timmins. Timmins comes back in. Adrian Lamb is underneath all of that, making the original tackle. 40-metre line, Queensland's end, and it's Scott Hill getting it away for Robbie Kearns. Kearns gets it around the corner. Stevens bats it back, taken by Lamb for Queensland. So that'll be the last chance the Blues will get prior to half-time. Rogers takes the last play. Hooter in the background. First half of football highlighted by the defence of both sides, particularly Queensland. It is 4-0 at the break. Bill Harrigan creating his own record tonight. His 11th Origin whistle. Most number of refereeing performances in an Origin. And Bill Harrigan at 11 has displaced David Manson. So we're into the second half now, and Webke it is that brings it back for Queensland on play number 2. In front of a capacity crowd. It's about 41,000. The game, Origin-wise, very healthy here. Ball lost by Hetherington, and it's been raked out in a two-man tackle. Harrigan penalises. So it'll be a kick for line towards the McAuliffe stand to be taken by Queensland as we watch it. Hand on the ball. Tuvey was the underneath tackler and Kearns on the top. So they find the line. Early seconds. Second half of State of Origin 2, and Thorne takes it ahead, and just a tendency to lift his leg a little bit. Now he goes down the blind side to the 20-metre line. Biggest player on the park. Lang taken by Howe, taken by Fletcher, and by Tuvey. 15 away from the line. Hetherington, a couple of paces out before giving it to Lamb. Lamb dummied to Webke, gave it to O'Neill. O'Neill away for Tallis, and Tallis standing and trying to stampede over the top of them. He plays it 10 metres away from the line. An early opportunity in the second half for the Maroons. Webke on the charge. Fire gone. Hetherington back for Tallis. Tallis comes back on the short side for Bowman. Bowman puts in a little kick and Brasher's on top of it. And it'll be a 20-metre restart. And I thought for a moment Bill Harrigan was pointing towards the uprights. Very confident young player, this fellow, Bowman. Second Origin, and he did nothing wrong in Sydney, and just watching him then, he's very collected, isn't he? Kearns coming away for the Blues. Andrew Voss, what happened at halftime?
Well, Ray, I can tell you in the New South Wales room, plenty of positive talk, and that pretty much was the message from Wayne Pearce to his players to remain positive, but with a little more patience when they get inside the Maroons 30 and 20. He did make point, though, that their kicking game could improve, and I can give you an update on Jeff Tuvey. He is out there, but he's not in great shape with that rib cartilage injury. Kevy Walters has been inside the Queensland room, Kevin, and first of all, the injury news on Jason Smith.
Yeah, Jason's doubtful in the second half. He's just still got an ice pack on his ankle as we speak now. Very doubtful. Mark Murray wants the Queensland boys to hold their defence and keep the pressure on the Blues.
All right, Ray, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Andrew, and Kevin Walters, of course, on the team. Adrian Lamb for Tallis now. Tallis goes for what acceleration he's got.
Well, hasn't the stroke of half-time been cruel to Queensland in the opening 2 matches? Of course, Wendell Saylor was carried off the interval in game 1. Now Jason Smith may not make any more in this match. That's a big buck. He's been wonderful tonight, Mark Lang. Just gobbled up the tough meters.
To the right for Webke. Big front row forward, displaying a new talent. McDougall outside his own 10, straightens up outside the 20, links up with Brasher. Beautiful tackle by Darren Smith again. Penalty against Darren Smith after some excellent work in defence.
Yeah, great tackle by Smith, but hasn't McDougall been dangerous tonight for the Blues? Another great counter-attacking run there, well supported by Tim Brasher.
Opportunity for the Blues now. Rodney Howe tackles 15 away from the line on the eastern side. Kearns taken by Lang. Is there going to be a break in this Maroons defence? It has been watertight. Kamuli, now Fittler, inside ball, Scott Hill. Desperation stuff from Brad Thorne. Then Brasher. Now Fittler. Fittler will score. Fittler's over adjacent to the uprights. He looked to get a little shepherd from Jeff Tuvey, but there was no defence. It is 4 points all. 5 minutes gone, second half.
And you can almost see Brad Fittler saying, give me the football, I'm going to take them on and I'll get across. The big left foot step gets him into the hole, and then just pure strength to jam the football down next to the post, despite the attention of Darren Lockyer. Was set up by the previous couple of plays. He's got space, but he is so strong and so evasive. He ran behind Tuvey, but no defender was impeded. And the captain said, well, give it to me, I'll lead the way.
Just like the first game, wasn't it? He was quiet the first half down there, exploded the second half. The same here. Give me that ball, he said. I'll show you how to do it. And the Queensland defence was found napping.
And the bench, well, they're happy. They realise what a great start it is for the second half. I remember Laurie Daly scoring a try in last year's series, the last game he played at the Stadium Australia, where he burst onto a pass and it was just pure class. And just to get across the line, and Girdler should put his team in front.
And Bradford, they handled 2 rucks in a row, probably for the first time in the match. Is it a sign of times to come?
Almost in front for Girdler. 11 out. And the flags are in the air. New South Wales are in front. So for the first time, the Blues are in front. Brasher. Wonderful return to Origin football for Tim. New South Wales by 2 points, 6-4. If you've just joined us, early days in the second half, and the great Brad Fittler scored adjacent to the uprights. Now, a break by Brian Fletcher. There's nobody with him. Here comes somebody, Kamali, but it's still with Fletcher. And Fletcher will play it. The gates open. Fletcher surged through to the Kamali Hill. Hill gets it out on the left of the ground for Kennedy. Kennedy's inside the 20-metre line. Girdler sandwiched by Smith and Rogers. Now Brasher. Kamali drifting across. Dummy to Fittler, gave it across. It's on the bounce. It's knocked on by Timmins, picked up by Singh. And Matt Singh gets a pass away. Adrian Lamb comes down the left flank. Adrian Lamb to the 40-metre line. Both sides displaying great rugby league skills. Tallis now. Comment from Wally Lewis.
Well, Queensland are going to have to make sure that they get their act into gear a little bit here. Gordon Tallis, the man slipping over to open up a little bit of a hole for Brian Fletcher there, but they must get their kicking game into action. Of course, we saw a wonderful return of play by Adam McDougall, but when they get to that fifth tackle, they haven't got enough options. If Lamb's taken out, we saw Webke use the kick and it wasn't effective.
So they go across for Tony Carroll out wide. Maroons now, their turn. Down the northern end of the ground. Brad Thorne pulled down by Fletcher. Wonderful run by Brian Fletcher. Hetherington. Lamb puts a kick high. Good chance for the Chasers. Oh, Matt Singh had it and it came down to Brasher. Ainscough now tries to clear.
Well, the way Matt Singh's played tonight, you almost expect him to catch this and score the try. Got his hands to it, but just couldn't hold on to it.
So Tuvey scurries out to the 20-metre line for Robbie Kearns to take it beyond there. Plays it back for the number 9. And then Brian Fletcher again. Out the back for Brasher, leaving the 30-metre line behind him.
Ray, just an observation. Seen a couple of players miss the ball with their foot tonight. And there was another one from Brasher. Kearns 2 tackles earlier.
Pete, there's been about 35 of them. But it's good to see that rule out the window for tonight at least.
Darren Smith handled there by Brad Fittler and Ben Kennedy, made to play the ball. 38 metres out from his own line. Carroll piled into the ground. Fletcher and Tuvey combining. The Blues in front by 2. 6-4. Try to Fittler. 5 minutes into the second half. Webke to the halfway. Survival uppermost in the minds of the Queenslanders now. Lose this, they lose the series. Stephen Price. Bowman, Lamb, runners coming up on the inside. Matt Singh, Gordon Tallis, he's away! The rampaging ball is over! Gordon Tallis has scored. They are back in front at 8 points to 6.
Rodney Howe misses the crucial tackle. Although you've got to say this one coming across from Sean Timmins could have been a try saver as well.
There's many great players that have missed a rampaging Gordon Tallis. And Adrian Lamb, good to see him run the football to the line. Hasn't done much of that tonight, but one of the few occasions he has, he sets up a Queensland try, and they're back in front, the boys.
A little left swinging arm there from Gordon Tallis, collected with Dougal's head.
Well, the kick is successful. 10-6 Queensland over New South Wales.
Brad Fittle's started the second half well, but for mine still needs to get in closer to the ruck and take charge. Get his supports running off, and the more he runs, the better for the Blues. The Queenslanders, though, they're just hanging in there. They're in front, leading by 4. They've had some great performers. Paul Bowman's been one of them.
40-metre line for Bowman. His own end. Green, 14, teammate of Bowman. They've done well, the Cowboys. 4 of the minute. Wally Lewis.
While the Queenslanders are trying to get out of the field position they are, I think it could be a better idea for them to clear it on earlier tackles. Tim Brasher stands only 2 or 3 metres behind the line for the first 3 or 4 tackles. A good kick and chase can probably pin the Blues.
Green looking around, then running the blind. Oh! Hello! Muir with a beauty on Paul Green. The little pilot was in mid-air. Brasher. Look at this. Watch this. And Muir, he's got him right on the point of the shoulder and driven the little fella. Johns now for Kamali. This is Furner. And the Raider gets it away for Johns, who spirals it out for Girdler. And Girdler got over the top of O'Neill. It's tackled by Darren Smith with the help of Matt Rogers. Then Andrew Johns for Adam McDougall. The Nova Castrians working. 5 metres their side of halfway. Johns again. Fittler. And looking for Fletcher, he's Sydney Roosters teammate on the inside. Played quickly back for Johns. Johns goes up the middle. Cuts out Kamali. Gives it away for Adam Muir. Muir away for Furner. Furner inside ball for Timmins. Timmins kicks. Oh, he'll score! Oh, this is rapid fire! You won't see that again for a long, long time. I can't believe it. I cannot believe what I've seen.
Oh, what a great try there. A super option on the last tackle, and again it was Andrew Johns sensing that there was a chance. A nice select pass to Adam Muir, who gets a beauty almost off the ground. And as we freeze it here, you can see that the inside play unfolding is going to be back inside. The defence coming across, there's a lack over here as play continues. So the right option is taken here by David Furner. On to Timmins, he realises it's the last. He kicks, it hits the outstretched hand, bounces back into his. And what a way to put your team back in front.
That is just freakish, isn't it, from Sean Timmins? Darren Lockyer just put a duke out to try and nab the ball, knocked it down, and Timmins on the charge, on the chase, got the ball back, no one in front of him. The Blues go up in the background.
A chance here for Ryan Girdler to give them back that 2-point lead.
10 points all. Well, you can't call that. That was just too fast. The kick from Girdler is spot on. The Blues are in front. 12-10. 61 minutes gone. Well, what is that for a try? You certainly can't defend against that. It was like a rally of tennis at the net. A couple of good volleys, just having a set 2, eyeball to eyeball. Furner played a part. Welcome back to Suncorp Stadium here in Brisbane. In front of nearly 39,000 people, we have seen A miraculous try for the Blues, carries them to the lead. 12-10. Here they go again. Brashes up the middle. There's one to beat, the fullback. Oh, he loses his footing and Lockyer gets him. Johns now. Then for Kamali. Kamali tackled on the Queensland 20-metre line. Now from Muir, picking up Fittler. Fittler across for Johns, and Johns for Scott Hill. They'll score again. New South Wales, now they're carving them up. 16-10.
And the despondent faces on the Queensland bench. Great stuff again from New South Wales. You've seen them at the best. They had opportunities first half. Second half, they had taken advantage. It was started by Fletcher. Beautiful offload to Tim Brasher. He had Andrew Johns in support. I think he took the right option. I think Johns would have been covered. But then have a look at this next pass. He frees it there. This man is going to catch it, and he's going to hit this man here on the outside of his defender. And as play continues, just have a look at the quality of that pass. Not good reading by the centre. No, in fact, it was Adrian Lamb, I'm sorry, allowing Scott Hill on the outside, but he did have numbers coming at him.
Yeah, the Queenslanders have missed 25 tackles in this second half, and that's not cutting the mustard. That's why they're behind on the scoreboard now, and not very well read at all. Lammy just raced up, trying to cut off the play, and the pass beat him.
And the pass, not surprisingly, again from Andrew Johns.
Scott Hill, what a moment in his career. Spent the greater portion of last year out with that shoulder injury. It cost him a berth in the grand final. And during his recuperation, somebody belted him over the head with an iron bar or something. And here he is back scoring a try at Origin level.
One of those rare players who played Test football before Origin, and what a big kick here for Ryan Girdler. His team leads by a converted try. What a buffer 8 points would be.
Girdler 10 in 20. 16-10. A converted try margin. Hits it beautifully again. Girdler. Another 2 points. 18-10 now. Another look at the try. Andrew.
And Ray, by gee, these last 5 minutes has made a few of these Queenslanders spill some of their forex. And I've got to tell you, the players who are really having a big impact tonight are the 3 players who weren't there in State of Origin. Number 1, Andrew Johns, Tim Brasher, even Adam Muir. They're playing a big role in this Blues success up to this point. I can give you an update too on Sean Timmins. He was replaced straight after scoring his try. He has a twisted knee and he may not be back.
Brasher on the way back. Wally Lewis.
Well, Queensland having a real problem. New South Wales confidence very evident at the moment, the way that they managed to tip it around. They're dictating terms to the Queenslanders at the moment. The speed, the way that the game's being played has been completely controlled by Johns. He's doing it perfectly from the ruck. His selection of when to run from that area has been 100% all night long. Queensland now find themselves on the back foot. They've got to be able to come up with something. The big question mark is just how do they do it?
Here's Johns again. Standing, offloading, fending, Kearns, Kamali, Muir, and Muir stands. He gets rid of it. Furner's there, doing a good job, David Furner, and gets a ball back on the inside. Here's Joey Johns again. Gets the ball back for Kennedy. Kennedy's got support. They'll go in again. Furner, David Furner has scored again. The Queenslanders on the bench. Their head goes down. New South Wales have put 3 tries on the board in a matter of minutes.
Well, Ray, I've got to say, even if you're a Queensland supporter, you've got to be impressed by what you've just seen. Sit back and enjoy one of the best Origin tries. You will have the delight of watching. It's just beautiful stuff from New South Wales. I hope someone will count the amount of passes that are thrown. That's just great into play there. Don't forget, it's a wet night here, difficult handling conditions, and we've got players supporting, backing up. Offload there to Andrew Johns. Second time he's touched the football. Ben Kennedy coming up to get involved. There he is now, strides towards the line, and David Furner, that's his second touch as well, dives over in the corner. Just beautiful to watch. Great rugby league. This is it at its best.
Well, New South Wales probably have the best player in the world in their team tonight. That is Andrew Johns, no doubt about it. And he's made a hell of a difference to this side. You've got the skill level of Fittler and Kamali tossing Andrew Johns, and it's just unbelievable what's happening out there. The strength of the man, he has been everywhere. He's thrown passes, he's backed up, he's made tackles, he's just a genius. Sets up this one beautifully, and David Furner, head on the back for David too. Ben Kennedy's had a long night, plenty of defence, plenty of hitting the ball up, but he's there as well in the corner to do his part. Good ball. Queensland at the moment have no answer.
And look, all these raps for Andrew Johns, that's taking nothing away from the influence Jeff Tuvia's had in this game as well.
So from the touchline, he's got it again. 3 from 3, almost from the same blade of grass for Ryan Girdler. Bossy again.
I know we've had remarkable finishes in State of Origin football, but I mean Queensland are going to have to produce the most remarkable to get out of this one, or otherwise the series is most definitely gone. 24 points to 10. Again, you've got to count all 17 players tonight, don't you? Look at the bench players. Johns and David Furner involved. Ben Kennedy's played very strong, and Furner finishes it off.
8-5 the penalties in favour of Queensland. The birthday boy, Bill Harrigan, 40 today. He's got the job done. Not an easy ask as they put the ball through the hands. It went down and went behind Rogers. Rogers fires it back into the middle, finds Lang. And Lang is tackled on the 40. Nothing doing. Rogers again. Tallis got the try for Queensland to put them back in front of 10-6. And here they are playing hot potato. As Bowden gets it away. Rogers tries to go down on the outside. Smith is away. Darren Smith is tackled 10 metres out from the line.
Timmy Brasher, he was outside the field of play and somehow got back. That's forward from Adrian Lamb. Intercept by Kamali.
Kamali then comes to Bowden and then stops and throws it back off the knees of Hill. And Harrigan says no knock on.
Well, it's almost touch football out there at the moment. Did you see that tackle from Tim Brasher? That was unbelievable.
Did you see where he came from?
Oh, he's made up many lengths down the home straight. Just got him. And that's a sign of a great Origin player. I mean, they're leading by 14. You don't have to do this.
Well, have a look at him. He's had to turn and chase. He had Matt Rogers covered. And then he's had to turn around. And he's the guy who made up the ground on Darren Smith because I don't think Girdler was going to get him.
The Blues then, off the boot of Brad Fittler, who started this resurgence for them early in the second half. And then, as I said earlier, Gordon Tallis hit back for Queensland. But then it was the Timmins try that broke the back of Queensland. Here's Matt Singh. Brad Thorne out so wide. And then Adrian Lamb ferrets his way through for Bowman. Halfway line.
Well, Jason Stevens has just made a try saver on Paul Bowman.
Price down the middle. Gets it away for Paul Green. Green's inside the 20. Oh, it's gone to ground. Matt Singh with a half a chance. It's been propelled forward.
Well, fatigue has really set in out there, hasn't it? We've had about 15 line breaks in the last 5 minutes. The boys are running rampant. There's been some great last-ditch defence. Paul Green makes another bust. Little sneaky pass there to Matt Singh, but he couldn't control it. And there's some very, very tired Origin players out there.
Well, there's been calls in the past that maybe some Origin games have got a little bit dour. But I think everybody has got their money's worth tonight. As I said, even a Queensland supporter has got to say that this match has had absolutely everything. The open attacking display from both teams has just been a breath of fresh air.
Johns prepares to come back. Furner loses the ball. It's play on for the Maroons. Price, Hetherington, Lamb, outside for Green. Rogers, back for Green again. McDougall making the tackle. He gets it away. Rogers can't take it. They're losing ground. Now Kennedy eventually wraps up Rogers. Outside the New South Wales 20-metre line. Long ball for Julian O'Neill. 24-10 inside the last 5 minutes. Lockyer New South Wales digging deep. Digging into their reserves to hold them at bay. Price for Thorne. Thorne away. Got it away. Bowman! Bowman!
Short.
An appeal for a try.
I'm going to have a look. You hold there for 4.
Well, this is very interesting. Phil Harrigan's telling Paul Bowman to stay there. If you haven't scored, it's 4th tackle. But it seemed as though there was plenty of cover defence coming across. Good work from Brad Thorne on the inside. Nice interplay from Brasher and Bowman there. Jeff Tuvey getting some congratulations. I think this will show that he doesn't get across.
No, he's short.
How close do you want to go? I mean, his legs were over the line, but the ball wasn't.
So he will play the ball on tackle number 4. That was the clear call from Bill Harrigan. Brad Thorne a dummy half. A long pass, bouncing for Green. Now Green notices them come up quick on the outside, puts a grubber back on the inside, and Brasher cleans it up. It'll be line drop out time.
Once again, some nice clean-up work. Tim Brasher got there in the end. The Blues, they'll win this match. Queensland can't score 3 tries in the last 3.5 minutes. You'd have to say that probably their skill level has just been too good tonight for the Maroons. The Maroons have toiled away tirelessly in both attack and defence. Sometimes their attack has left a little bit to be desired. They've tried hard, but maybe they've been outclassed by the likes of Johns, Fittler, Kamali, Brasher.
Queensland with Green delivering wide for O'Neill to give for Lamb, and then Thorne puts it down under the tackle of Kamali, and the ball to be played by Fletcher. So Robbie Kearns, 30 metres out from his own line. We have got 3.5 minutes of time to go. Gee, I tell you what, this fellow's been very good, Adam Muir. He's lost the ball, so I've put the hex on him, but to continue with that, talk about players that have been plagued with injury. He's had a long time out of the game. He's had a very short preparation for Origin football, and he's been grand tonight.
Right, just looking at the Maroons too, Adrian Lamb, he is playing as good a football as I've seen. Million intercept from Kamali. Lamb has been sensational. In a beaten side tonight, he's been one of the star performers again. And a couple of weeks back, when Paul Bowman's name was read out by selectors, there might have been plenty of rugby league people saying, Paul who? Well, he has got a career in front of him at this level. He has not looked out of place.
Some other good players for the Maroons. Darren Smith in the centres, 25 tackles, a great effort. Jason Hetherington, the hooker, 34 tackles as Smith makes half a bust. And Martin Lane, 26 tackles and 16 hit-ups.
Lockyer back towards the centre for Lamb, and Lamb is just swatted there by Howe, Kearns, the Melbourne front rowers. Hetherington now gritting the teeth determinedly, even though it's 24-10 and the game is gone. Let's carry it on. Let's take it right to the line. Price. They'll come back in a fortnight, Queensland, and try to avoid the whitewash. Lamb, Green, intercepted. There he is again. The intercept king. McDougall down the sideline. He has got Darren Smith to beat. Lockyer's still there. McDougall looks for Girdler. Girdler will score. Girdler's in to score. The Girdler and McDougall show.
And a pretty fitting way to finish too, isn't it? They kept New South Wales in the game in game 1, their combination. And you've just seen some great work from them again. Ryan Girdler, you just don't throw the ball near him when he's coming up in defence. Paul Green makes a mistake. He frees it there. Look how far Girdler has come up. He's up in the line of Queensland, and basically they put it on a platter for him as play continues. Nice control there. He got McDougall on the fly, who juggles the football. Darren Smith really the sole chaser, along with Lockyer at the end. And then just Adam McDougall bamboozling Darren Smith. And Ryan Girdler, some nifty little footwork at the end. Great finish.
Well, this will go down as Queensland's biggest ever defeat. Previous nicely. It's been 18-2 and 26-10.
And he's really blossomed, hasn't he, Ryan Girdler? It's taken a while to burst into the representative scene. His point-scoring feats at club level couldn't be denied.
Watch this, Pete. I think it'll be on this replay.
Gives himself a try, does he?
He points to the spot. There he is. He says, "Try for me." Ryan Girdler misses the attempted conversion. The origin is over. State of Origin 2, that is. 1 to go in Sydney in a fortnight. It will be a tremendous game, and the Blues supporters, you should be there to see them do the lap of honour. They have won the 19th series played in this great contest. The series now drawn level at 9-9 with one drawn. This means that New South Wales in the 19th series have finally drawn level with Queensland.